Hello there YouTube, this is Sibbles and Bits back at it again. Today we are going to be playing Balatro because, well, Helldiver servers are probably on fire or something, absolutely full at capacity. Today's patch should hopefully fix that as it added an AFK timer, but yeah, that doesn't stop PC players. It just invents popsicle sticks and rubber bands. Anyways, we're playing Balatro. This is a poker-inspired... I don't know how really to describe it. It is a roguelike where we're playing with the typical poker deck in order to play poker hands worth a certain amount of points. And over time, the amount of points that we need escalates, similar to games like Luck Be a Landlord. And eventually it's going to scale exponentially out of control, and our job is to just keep following that exponential curve, or possibly even breaking it and going into, like, endless mode. So, we're going to go ahead and start a game here. We're going to go with blue deck. I just bought the game a while ago, but I've played the demo a bit, so I haven't beaten it on launch or 1.0, but we're trying to do that, and we're going to go ahead with blue deck simply because, while not necessarily significantly stronger than the red deck or even the yellow deck, which I would think would actually be a little bit stronger, it doesn't really break the rules of the game as far as me explaining it, and having +1 hand, as we'll explain later, just means that our hands have to be less impactful or less big in order to meet our goals. And so we will just go ahead and start a game, and I will explain to you what is going on. So Balatro is made up of 8 different antes. You could refer to them as acts, floors, other roguelike equivalents, but during an ante we have both a small blind, a big blind, and a boss blind. Boss blinds can choose from different modifiers that can affect us. For instance, the hook discards 2 random cards whenever we play a hand. Generally speaking, you have to do these in order: small blind, big blind, hook, but at any point you can choose to skip a blind to get the tag that is attached to it. And these are random, so sometimes, you know, it might pay for you to skip the small blind, or it might pay for you to skip the small blind and the big blind, go straight to the boss blind, which is generally ill-advised, but certain decks can handle it. And as I showed before, a lot of the decks are like +1 hand, +1 discard. As you unlock more decks, they get drastically different, by the way, just in case you're wondering. One of them is that you have no face cards in your deck, so you only have ace through 10. Some of them are you only have 2 suits, but you have twice as many cards of that suit, which makes it easier for you to get stuff like flushes. And so a lot of the other decks like heavily skewed towards liking certain modifiers, but like completely ignoring others, which always makes for a good roguelike. And I think there's like 18 decks? Crazy amount. Anyways, we will, I really would like to do this for the sake of tutorial, but an free shop is just too good to pass up, so we're going to risk it, and we're going to skip that. We can see that we have our tag down here. Now, it is important to note that a lot of our jokers, I'll get into that once we get to a shop, and other such things scale up over time, and so skipping blinds isn't necessarily a good idea. You also get $3 for beating the small blind, $4 for beating the big blind. So getting that money and access to the shop thereafter allows you to scale up. So again, skipping is generally not necessarily a good idea unless for whatever reason the bonus that they're giving you is absolutely great. So we'll go into the big blind, and the score required for an ante 1 big blind is 450 chips. How do we get chips? Well, when we Oh darn, I was hoping that we would have a straight or something there. We can submit up to 5 cards, and then that will choose the highest scoring poker hand related to those cards. For instance, this is a high card because we have nothing significant as far as like hands are concerned. If you don't know what they are, you can go over to Run Info, take a look at all the cards and how much they score. So since we are doing high card, and it is currently level 1, we'll get to that later, it will give us 5 chips and then a multiplier of 1. So 5 points, but any cards that are associated with that poker hand, for instance, our king, which is the high card, will give its value to that as well. So this will actually be 15 points. The baseline 5 plus the king is worth 10 because it is a face card, and then it will be multiplied by 1. Obviously, we do not want to do that. Aces are both high and low and also worth 11 chips. And other than that, we have 5 total hands to try and reach 450. So we have to average somewhere around 90. Towards the end of the game, as I've said, it's going to scale exponentially. We are going to try to need to get like 120,000 chips. Or, sorry, 12,000 chips per poker hand, I believe it is. I'm a bit dyslexic with zeros, that might be completely off. But that's the degree of which we are scaling in this game. Because it seems like that's going to be absolutely like crazy right now when you start seeing the hands that we're playing now. The idea is that that's what we're going to build up to. Anyways, going back into this, I like our open-ended straights. We'll go ahead and we'll discard. We also get a certain amount of discards, which is used for the entire blind, so we do have to be careful about using too many. That is a 6, 7, 5, 4, 3. And so we're using all 5 of our cards in order to make the straight, so that's 30 times 4, plus we're going to add the chip value of each of these cards, which is going to be 25. So it's going to be 55 times 4 is 220. Pretty good. Now, part of the balancing act of this game, which we don't necessarily have to worry about right now, is you have to balance. I could go for a flush here. We don't have a lot of spades, though. Do we have a lot of 2s? There's 1 2 in our deck and 1 9. So going for this full house actually is worse right now than going for... So we'll just grab a 2 pair. It's not worth a lot of points, but it technically allows us to discard cards in our hand, and we'll get rid of this 6 as well. As you can see, this 6 is not part of this 2 pair, so it's not going to give its point value towards there. Anyways, as I was trying to say, part of the... We really don't have this straight here. We have 3 aces, but we really don't have a lot of 9s. We'll try for it, though. There we go. Sorry, I keep getting distracted here. The primary balancing act that you gotta do is, you might be saying, well, Bits, you have 5 hands, and you only need 90 per. It should be relatively easy for you to use all your hands in order to get what you need. But at the end of the round, you get $1 per hand that you still have remaining. Then on top of that, there's even sort of a most commonly seen in auto chess or tower defense. Every $5 that you have going into the match, or like towards the end of this calculation here, we will also gain interest up to 5. So if we're able to keep ourselves at about $25, every blind that we succeed in will get an additional 5 money, which we can then obviously spend on stuff along with what we earn with the blind itself, which is how we like build up an economy, which sometimes you want to keep all your money, sometimes you want to spend all your money. Again, it's a roguelike. It's very dynamic. Okay, that's crazy. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this Celestial pack here. Celestial packs give you planet cards which buff certain hand types in order to make them better. Now, Straight Flush is going to enhance itself quite a bit, offering an additional 40 chips and 3 molt on top of what it already is now, which is 108. So that's a buff of somewhere around 40%. Problem is that obviously Straight Flush, as of right now, is very hard for us to get. 2-pair is probably one of the more attainable hands in the game. Obviously, pair is even easier than that, but 2-pair is also relatively easy. And in fact, if we go ahead and we take a look at this, the difference between pair and 2-pair is just the fact that 2-pair is worth 10 more, and you get to use 2 additional cards to add to its score, which has advantages and disadvantages, because we'll hopefully get to it in a bit. Certain cards like to be played, and other cards like to not be played. And so depending on your run, you might actually want the 2-pair less than a pair. We're going to go with 2-pair though. Spectral packs will severely alter your deck. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like completely run-altering stuff. Adding a blue seal to one selected card in your hand isn't necessarily like run-altering, but create 2 copies of one card in your hand so that you can have a chance of getting 5 of kinds and stuff like that. Destroy 1 random card in your hand and 3 random enhanced face cards to your hand. Crazy. And destroy 1 random card in your hand, add 4 random enhanced number cards. So enhanced is stuff that we're going to get to in a bit. I'm probably actually going to choose one of these 2 simply because it's spicy. It's going to be hard for us to get straights if we take stuff out in the middle, which is where we're looking at right now. But getting more face cards is kind of nice. I kind of like it more than a random distribution of number cards. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Familiar. We lost a 7, but we gained some enhanced cards. Let's go ahead and take a look at those, shall we? Sorry, back. So now our deck is starting to look not normal. And over the course of the game, it's going to continue doing this. This right here is a bonus card. If I play this card, it is worth an additional 300, oh my good lord, 30 chips. This is a glass card. It multiplies our mult by 2, meaning whatever our mult is at the end, doubles that. Very powerful. And every time we use it, it has a 1 in 4 chance to destroy itself. This is also a glass card. So we've got some value here, especially up in the face cards section. Not really much else that we can do with that though. Each blade 10 or 4 gives 10 chips and 4 molt when scored. Plus 15 molt when 0 discards remaining. And the fact that this is a special edition, you can see that it is holographic. It's also got a tooltip for that. Just having this gives us 10 molt. So I would have bought this regardless. I don't even care about its effect of it only giving us 15 molt when we have 0 discards remaining. Like, it's just good. And this is free, so we're obviously going to take that as well. But permanently gain +1 hand per round. Is that worth 2 coins of interest? I think so. Alright. So we got a flush. I'm willing to do that. And I like leaving this here because this is prime for a straight. Oh, yeah, sorry. The hook just got rid of 2 of our cards. And we just absolutely clobbered it thanks to our times +10 multiplier. So yeah. And the one reason why I was willing to buy a hand for that 2 interest, basically, since we had $10 is because of the fact that if I don't use that extra hand, it's plus $1 every single blind that we face. So it's usually a good idea. What? We've got lots of mults with our plus 10 here and our possibility of gaining more. I'm actually not against Banner here for upgrading our base chip value. The way that you get big scores in this game is dipping into all your different multiplicative bins. Chips is an easy one to ignore, but it's also very important. I don't necessarily need this now though, which is the problem, because this is honestly going to carry us probably through Ante 4. So it might be that enhancing our hands is a better opportunity for us. I'm going to go ahead and take this. As much as I want to just keep buffing 2 pair. Not because it's necessarily like really good, but because, well, it's something to do. You can definitely go quite a while on vibes on Balatro, but if you're trying to actually like win games, you do have to start making smart decisions. And I'm willing to admit to you right now that I haven't played enough of the game to build a fundamental knowledge to know for sure if I'm making smart decisions. Like this right here, this choose 2 of 5 planet cards seems like it's almost worth this blind. Because that right there is worth 10 money, or 8, something around there, for a Mega Celestial pack. And we don't have anything here that scales by playing a specific thing. So we will take the 2 pair. And since we have a lot of face cards too, it's also quite easy for us to get full house. A double tag, I don't think that that's worth it. Potentially, but I don't see what I'm double tagging, so I would rather not. We will go ahead and take our straight. Yeah, like I said, this guy's just gonna carry us. And if I can get away with not... Rank changes every round. Money for discarding certain hands. We can kind of do that right now. Emperor isn't bad either. So, one way to put this is that the main way that we scale ourselves in a meta progression sense is generally by buying vouchers, which give us like plus stats and stuff like that, and celestial packs, which make our hands give us more points. Then, other ways that you scale yourself is by altering your deck to fit whatever you are enhancing it with. And you enhance it with these jokers that I did not explain. So we can only hold 5 of these, and these are us breaking the rules of the game, or altering the rules of the game. Pray we don't alter them further. And so then you have tarot cards, which is the ability to change cards in your deck, and then standard packs, which allow you to add cards into your deck. And so, of all of those, you want to build the rules that make you the most points, or enable the hands that you're going for with like celestial packs. Then, you want to alter your deck to make those hands better, or more frequent, because your deck is the odds of you getting certain payouts. And then you pretty much want to go all in with other alterations. But buying this just for econ isn't terrible. I think we will take this Emperor card, and we might as well actually use it. Star allows us to turn cards into diamonds. And this gives the total sell value of all of our jokers. I'm willing to go to the next round. We should be fine. All club cards are debuffed. We can still use them in hands. They just will not provide any benefits, like, say, walkie-talkie will not, like, look at club cards. And they don't provide their face value to the score. I'm looking and I see that we're close to a flush, which should be more than enough. Well, there we go. I kind of wish that we went econ now. This one is a tricky one. The problem is that this is insanely expensive. Because we only get the +3 molt if we skip a booster pack, but we still generally have to pay for it. So we would be spending $5 and then another $4 throwing the ability of this pack away to gain +3 molt, which we already have something that's giving us more than enough molt. Yeah, like, I don't know when this would be good. Like, if you really had economy going, I suppose that you can get molt out of money, technically, because every shop you would be able to buy both of these for 10 and then get 6 molt. I'm just thinking out loud, my apologies. I think we want the Celestial. For whatever reason, we're getting a lot of straights, even though that's not technically, like, statistically true. Like, that we should get a lot of straights. We've just been getting lucky. I think that we're good for 3 of a kinds right now, so I'll take that one. And then, despite the fact that this would be better later, we're going to use it now. Reason is to get us over 25 so that we get the maximum income here. Gives 5 per skip blind this run. We'll give 15. Well, I'll tell you what. We can't get like that, so that might be worth it. Yeah, I'll skip that. And then I almost want to skip this. +3 hand size the next round is going to help us with the water. Start with 0 discards. We could just get really scuffed by RNG with the water. And so skipping this will actually allow us to fight this a little bit better. I say fight like it's actual combat. I'll tell you what, I don't like it. I like the ability of going for a flush here. I guess we can turn 3 cards to diamonds. What's our lowest, like, deck amount? It's looking like it's spades. We have 14. We have 13 hearts. 13 to It is diamonds. Clubs is actually quite prominent. Well, then we'll take one of each, I guess? Not quite sure how to feel about that. We get extra multiplier because of the fact that they started us out with 0 discards. We have a 3 of a kind here. We could technically even get a full house. Flush might honestly be better. So what exactly is this? This is 250. Yeah, our full house is definitely better. And due to the way that the game calculates things, generally speaking, you want your multipliers at the end because they will perform everything left to right. I don't actually think that it oh, actually it does, because the walkie-talkie is going to add multiplier to us. So we really do want this glass card over on the far side. And our glass card didn't break, which is very thankful. Permanently gain +1 discard. That's pretty nice. We have more than enough money to spend here. Might as well permanently increase our abilities. And we'll gamble with a spectral pack here. Creates a random rare joker, sets money to 0. That is not something I'm willing to do. Destroy 5 cards in hand, gain 20. No, I don't think I will with that many aces. Creates 2 copies of one selected card in your hand. Okay. I can deal with that. I'm almost thinking I want more 10s of diamonds. Generally speaking, you would think ace, but aces aren't technically like that fantastic in our deck right now. Whereas we at least get a ton of value out of 10s. And now we're sort of skewing over towards diamonds. Enhances one selected card into a stone card. Not really. This is terrible. I'll take a 4 of diamonds though. We're skewing towards diamonds and 4s are good for us. I suppose I could have taken the 9 and then earned some... Well, there's no reason not to take this, I guess. In 2 rounds it's going to make us the money. Give us free spectral pack. No, I think I actually want to play the round. We have another full house. We know it'll score enough points to win, especially with those 4s. This jack's gonna break and I'm gonna be so sad. Woo! Just got an achievement for doing 10,000 in a hand. I'm willing to fish for more 9s. It's technically econ right now. This jack of clubs is foil. This ace of diamonds is a mult card, increasing the multiplier of any hands that it's in. Otherwise, we could get normal cards, I guess. Like a queen of diamonds wouldn't technically be bad. I also like that a queen is kind of in the middle of the face cards. Technically, so is the jack too, though. All selected. All flushes and straights can be made with 4 cards. That is incredible. I will take that. Then I will buy this so that I can turn a card into a wild suit. Is there anything here that I technically don't want right now? I would say that you're probably the most sellable right now. But I still kind of want to make money off of you. Because I'm looking at this buffoon pack. Yeah, no. I'll play this round. Okay, that's super weird. Let's actually try this. Because walkie-talkie buffs this up quite a bit. Leaves this for next hand. Yeah. We'll give it a shot. I don't think that it's going to be great, but I'm willing to be proven wrong. Okay, that was a decent hand for this point in the game. We can't rely on that later, though. Got another 2 pair here. We have an open-ended straight. We just need an ace or 9, which we have an amount. 8 total hits in that opening there. We could also end up getting a full house. There's the ace. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. You, ordering, are going to become a wild suit so that we get a royal flush. I don't think I've ever played this hand in this game, but there it is. We're actually still getting a lot of straights. I'm willing to pick this up. I like full house. Neptune is actually starting to look pretty good since we're primarily turning our deck into diamonds. We have 19 diamonds and the next highest is like 15. Actually, I suppose I have 4 fingers. Neptune's pretty easy. I think we're pivoting into straights here. I don't even know how that would work for us. Like, having multiple walkie-talkies would be cute, but that doesn't really help us with 4 fingers. Mystic Summit, not really. Eh. I'm not liking any of that. Give me 2 random cards. Give me an Emperor. Okay, let's get going. It's been half an hour and we haven't played a lot. Cards previously played this ante are debuffed. That's actually... probably should have taken a look at that. Okay. Okay. Not necessarily saying that I'm about this, but this is a thing to do. Turn these guys into bonus cards so that they're worth more. Go ahead, play a 2-pair. That's on track. Not great, but it's on track. We have straight potential here, especially because we have 4 fingers. I think that we get rid of... Do we even have the cards that I'm looking for? We are looking for a 5 or 9 of hearts. We no longer have a 5 of hearts. So we're looking for 1 card. I mean, any 9 or 5 technically works. I'm just thinking about the royal flush right now. Well, there we go. We play it. Our straights are getting there. We just need to figure out how to make them more lucrative. Because we're starting to use more of our hands. The game's starting to catch up with us. Fib? Fib might actually be the answer. Ace 2-3, especially with 4 fingers, is like very good straight potential. And I just don't know how many of those we actually have. 2, 3. I guess we got quite a bit of like 2, 3, 4, 5s here. Still debating Fibonacci. I think we need to grab Saturn over Neptune simply because of how likely it is that we're actually going to get it. We can stop looking at Cloud 9, sell that, and then we could pick up Fib for now. The Bateman card is definitely interesting because of how many face cards we have, but I think at this point we've got economy solved. I'll take that actually, thank you. I'll take Fib. And then I want to do another Spectral. Ouija converts all cards into a single random rank. -1 hand size. I don't like that at all. That's poor for me. Add negative to a random joker, -1 hand size. Oh, crap. If this hits this guy, this is honestly like pretty bad for us. If it hits 5 fingers or probably Fib or Walkie, we're looking pretty good. I could skip this. This is possibly going to kill us, but the video's been going on for 40 minutes. We need to... Let's go. So we can fit another Joker now. I'm not sure I care about a mega standard pack. Let's play this. God, this sucks. -1 hand size is like seriously shit. We're close. Like, we have 2 different open-ended straights. Do we just get rid of the king and pray? Wrong move. Basically using this as a discard right now. Didn't really pay off. Flushes can be one less, so that's a flush. I'm at the very stressful part of the game where you have to play the game for real. I don't like playing the game for real. Seems like a faux pas here. I mean, we buffed a ton on 2-pair. That was actually our best hand this round. Okay, stop disrespecting 2-pair. We buffed 2-pair to the moon. Understood. Yeah, sure. I get you. Each king held in hand gives molt. We have a tiny hand. We can't hold that Burger King Whopper with these tiny hands. Yeah, I feel like that's ass. Getting just the extra 50% multiplier isn't bad, but we're never going to have 2 kings in hand and be able to play a reasonable hand. I'll take 2 random jokers instead. Gain 4 chips, played hand is exactly 4 cards. Gains plus 4 chips, played hand has exactly 4 cards. We do that a lot. When blind is selected, gain half molt and destroy a random joker. What? Oh my god, that's crazy. I think we can build this up, eventually get rid of banner. Like, it's not great, but we might as well take it. I currently value it slightly more than banner. Doubles your money. We have cards to build now, so we can't really... Okay, we want to play 4 card hands. This is a 4 card hand. Might as well actually use this too. What do we got? Turn cards into molt cards. Can you be molt and foil? Yes. Today I learned. So then you can be glass and molt. Holy shit. Probably gonna break here though. Oh! I felt that in my heart. There's the diamonds we love. And these are high diamonds. I actually kind of want you guys to get molt. Got some crazy diamonds going on here. I'll even add that. We don't necessarily have to, but it's an additional 10 base score. We shouldn't have done that because of Square Joker. I'm a fool. Each played card with spade suits. Suit changes at end of round. That's frickin' nuts. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be straight with you. We're done with Square Joker. Friendship with Square Joker is ended. And I would love to add 2 cards to my deck, preferably diamonds. Diamonds of a middle variety, but aces will do, I suppose. Because we want that straight flush. This is neither of those things. I almost want to skip. These things don't even love Fibonacci. Like, at least Walkie Talkie is liking some of these. Like, what the frick? Get a 7. That fills out our middle. We lost one at one point. Lose $1 per card played. Oh no! Actually, oh no, indeed. Kind of stuck between Hard Rock and a place right now. This is going to be painful, but we'll do it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Play less cards. We've got 2 spades, which is currently our mults. Got a 4 in here. We got a 2, 3, and 5, which is fib. 4's in there. Let's do it. Okay. If I knew that this would give me enough points, I would probably do it. Won't it, though? Like, we're trying to save $4 here. Like, that's probably not even correct. Just get the 2 pair. I was probably safe to use just the pair. Okay. Like, where do we put this, though? Mystic Summit. I think Greedy Joker on average beats Misty Summit, but if we don't play any diamonds, which we're trying to, it's almost a third of our deck right now. This turns stuff into hearts. That's the exact opposite of what I want. I think Greedy Joker on average is better than Mystic Summit. And this has our negatives, so we really don't want to get rid of that. Oh, man. None of these are diamonds, bro. Give me a stone. Banner's actually giving us a lot. It's like our only chips besides Walkie Talkie. Which we're not getting rid of Walkie Talkie. I think it's Mystic Summit. God. Well, let's blow it up. That'll win. Now all I need is 6 more of those. 4 of a kind, highly unlikely. I really don't want to risk another frickin' spectral pack. Please give me diamonds, dude. Those are some good diamonds. Okay. Mega Standard Pack, 2 of 5 cards. I'm willing to skip for that. Except none of these are diamonds. Why would you do this to me? Okay. What is our second largest suit? They're equal. Damn. I really don't care. Like, foil's nice, especially in combination with that. I think we take that. And then I honestly think we just skip. All diamond cards are debuffed. How could this happen to me? That's okay. These guys think they've won. How about a straight flush? See you in hell. God damn it. It's not a diamond. And then, of course, our multiplier is still on diamonds. I think we are going to die. We are definitely going to die. I can't afford to discard here when we have a semi-decent hand. Bro, we're dead. We lost our multiplier. Don't sleep on 2-pair. I could also legitimately grab this full house. Even though these don't add to it, we still have the bonus here. That's 390 versus, what was I doing? The 2-pair? 2-pair is worth more. Let's get rid of one of these cards that we don't use. Don't think it's going to help us. Alright. Send me to hell. God damn. There was no way to have known. Like, we could have definitely checked what the boss blind did ahead of time. That would have been smart. But I still don't think it would have changed anything. It was our Ancient Joker ending on diamonds again when it's supposed to change that really scuffed us there. Like, the ability for all those flushes to potentially be a times, what would it be? You'd multiply plus 50% 4 times. So it'd be 1.5, 225, like, let's say 3.4, and then one more would put it at, like, it would be a 5 times hand. Yeah, if we got 5 times our score on a lot of those, I think we would have made it, considering that we made it halfway there. Anyways, I'll be playing Balatro irregularly throughout the weeks to come because, well, I like the game and I obviously want to show it off, and you guys might like to watch me suffer. Anyways, if you have any feedback about today's video, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to leave those down in the comments below. And until next time, I will catch you guys around.